What message do you need to hear right now? So I took a little pause from my longer tarot reading the other day, and I posted a meditation video, and I hope that you have listened to it. I think I will do more meditation videos in the future. But for now, I've felt the urge to make a new tarot reading video. So I'm not sure, but I feel that we are in an end of a tunnel, an end, like another tarot reader here has been metaphorically describing it as we are soon out of the birth canal. We are soon exiting the year of the snake. The 17th of February is the date when the Chinese Lunar New Year starts, and that is when the year of the horse will embark. So we are still in this skin shedding energy. We are still in this birth canal. We can't still see the light, unfortunately. And I just want to see, what is the message? Is it that we need to be still patient because, that is within, for those of you who have given birth to a child, you know that you need patience, even though it hurts like H. And but you can't push until the child itself is ready to be in the same energy as yourself. Because if things go too fast, it can be, of course, dangerous for the child. And me myself experienced that with my child number 2, that the energy was very it was very high energy, and I just felt like I wanted to get over with it, That was something that wasn't good for the child. But fortunately, the outcome was well. He's thriving, and he's an adult now. So everything, fortunately, went good. But sometimes you can experience that the energy of a birth is taking so much time that maybe you lose your patient. You feel like you never are getting over with this. And so with that said, we are still shedding our skin, and I pulled out an healing oracle card that says harmony. And when I read, I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God. Thus I have the power to bring light into my life. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt, I find harmony. So there is something about in myself. I had a very strong premonition for me the other day, and I asked ChatGPT about this vision that I had. And it's of course that I am on the verge of becoming something new, someone that I maybe always were meant to be, but someone that I still don't know yet. So The old version of myself is completely gone, and of course I need to grieve. That is maybe the last step now of the year of the snake. Maybe that is the last step. And I also yesterday got the message of caving, because I got an oracle card with the bear, and at least here where I live in the northern hemisphere now, the bear is hibernating. It's lying in a cave and sleeping, and won't come out until maybe the end of March, beginning of April. So I don't think I will I will be caving until the end of March, beginning of April. But yeah, I feel that for a long time now I have been in solitude, shielding myself from other people, not engaging and socializing with anyone except from throughout the Christmas time, when I needed to had to do it. I was forced to do it, but I need to be in a cave. I need to be in this hibernation. I need to be in solitude. I need to be yeah, I need to push myself through this birth canal, and maybe I will. This is a message about releasing and finding balance, and releasing all the resentment towards people who have done me wrong. And maybe that is something for you too. Maybe release the anger for injustment that has people who have treated you unjust. And of course, find the balance and stop doubting your capability of doing something new, becoming something new. We all evolve, and some people evolve early and other people evolve late. So with that said, let's see, what is the message from Spirit about this topic? So, as you can see, I pulled out some oracle cards, and I must admit, just finishing off the intro, I must admit that this is extremely hard for me, and maybe that is something that you feel too, because I have no idea of the outcome, and I'm a little distrust. I'm a little in distrust with the universe now, because I feel it has gone so many years and so long, and I feel that I can't see, and I can't see the end of this. Yeah. Okay, so this is the healing card that I pulled out. There's a focus on it here, and you can take a screenshot of it if you want to. So, absence of resentment, anger, or doubt. I don't think that you can be in absence of these three elements at all, because they will always be surrounding you and be a part of you. But maybe it's something that you, instead of reacting, you just acknowledge that they are there and accept them. Okay, now I feel angry, And why do I feel angry? Yes, it's because of this and this and this. How can I accept this anger without reacting? Now, many times before, when I got angry, I shouted, I reacted, I responded very easily. I got very, very mad, and but now instead I take a breather and I reflect upon why did this made me feel angry now? Why was it something that pushed my button? And of course, when you are not fully healed, of course this triggers you. But I've now, instead of reacting with shouting and being angry, I take a breather, as I said, and I reflect upon, and I try to answer as calmly as possible. And I try to reflect upon, what can I do to not respond in a certain way? So maybe that is one step closer to healing. I don't know. So let's see. Manifesting dreams. My dreams are coming true. So I pulled out some cards for myself previously, and when this card came through, we have the cornucopia here, or some sort of cornucopia. It's a barrel with a lot of greens, and you know that in the old days, a prosperous year was reflected on how much they could harvest in the fall season. If they harvested a lot of greens and of course food for the animals, that was also very important, because if there wasn't enough food for the animals, of course they wouldn't be providing enough milk from the cow, egg from the hens, of course, and even meat. So yeah, a prosperous year was, first of all, of course, vegetables, greens that maybe they could sell the profit and keep a lot of it themselves. So it was a win-win situation. So there is something about bringing the light into your life. So if you want to manifest your dreams, of course you have to look at it in a prosperous way. Now in the springtime, when the farmer is sowing its seeds, he doesn't know how the weather throughout the summer and the early fall will pan out. It can be a drought, and then everything will be destroyed. It can be a very wet season, and then of course everything got destroyed. So it has to be with a harmony, it has to be in balance. So maybe this is about balancing out your emotions. Next, emerging into grace. I open my soul to grace. So grace is something that I find difficult to interpret. So this is again about the harmony and trust. You know, she's sleeping beside a riverbank here, and she is trusting that this riverbank won't overflow, so she will, yeah, she will get wet, to say it in a gentle way. Open my soul to grace, amazing grace, the grace of God. Yeah, the grace of God. I am the image of God. So, God, we are all are children in God's eyes, right? We are all children in God's eyes. But there is something about believing and finding the harmony in even the challenging moments. Even that the challenging moments in your life, like this birth canal, as I said in the intro, even the birth canal, when everything feels tight and everything is dark and you feel like you are in a tight position and you are not able to move at all, and you feel pushing and pushing and pushing and nothing works out. Maybe you just should find some harmony and be in the grace of God and wait for the perfect moment when you are in the flow of the energy to give the final push for you to get out. I don't know. So, the 5 of Wands with totality. This is again about the trust. You know, I've talked about this card some time ago. It's a long time since this card have come out, fortunately. I'm not very fond of 5 of Wands, but you can see that these circus artists are acrobatics, are doing a dangerous stunt, and these 3 people need to trust each other 100% for this to. This is a dangerous moment for this person, right? One error here and this person is in a free fall. So to me, since it's 3 persons here, this is of course the alignment, the harmony, the balance between the 3 components, your mind, body and your soul. If you have an inner conflict, because the 5 of Wands is about the inner conflict, if you have an inner conflict within yourself, that is of course disturbing the harmony between the 3 components, your mind, body and your soul. And this strings here is of course the energy of the universe. You're hanging here in a weightless state temporarily. Maybe that is the difficulty that you feel right now. That is at least what I feel right now, the difficulty, and I have no idea if something will work out for me or if it would just turn out to SHIT as I'm afraid that it will do. So that is my doubt. I'm doubting that I can manifest anything in my life. Maybe that is something for you too. More Wands. The Knight of Wands. Yes, the intensity you feel right now. This looks like this creature here is in the birth canal. He can almost see the light, but it's still tight, it's dark, and it's frustrating. So, the 4 of Swords, postponement. The 4 of Wands with participation. And the last one, the Ace of Pentacles with maturity. So this is, of course, where you maybe are feeling at the moment that you are in this gray area. But you can, as with this, you are in this birth canal, you can almost see the conjunction and the changes of the colors, but you are not still, because you are still very pale here, and you still can't see. You are maybe in the resentment, the anger, and the doubt phase, and it's about this. It's all about this. The Four of Wands is all about the stability. The stability, as I've said before, you need 4 legs on a table to be stable. You need 4 legs on a chair to be stable, and yeah. And maybe this is also, here you have come from this gray area until a more colorful changing season. And this is, of course, when you are about to find this harmony within yourself. Now the maturity, the Ace of Pentacles, something is starting now. This is very interesting. That maybe this is also look like a frame, frame of a picture, this square here. But here you have another frame of a picture, but it's in a circle. Yeah, and I didn't notice it until now, but this is a snake. So yeah, the maturity comes when we are exiting the year of the snake. And as I said, the year of the snake ends with the Chinese Lunar New Year on the 17th of February. So you won't see the changes coming up until that point, but so unfortunately another 1.5 months left with this birthing, with being stuck in this birth canal, and I feel that the intensity will unfortunately increase and enormously throughout the next period of time. But the message is, of course, to be in the grace of God, to find the harmony within yourself, and trust that you will be able to turn this darkness into something beautiful, and release, be in this maybe solitude state of mind that I have been. Be in this solitude and be in a cave and work on yourself as much as you can. Of course, it's difficult when we have to go to work, we have to socialize with people that we don't want to socialize with. And of course, the participation, we have to unfortunately be a part of society because the society commands us to it. Yeah, we can't unfortunately escape. So find the balance now in your daily life with doing the last steps now towards birthing this new thing into life. And of course, if you have the possibility, as for me, to shield yourself totally from the outside world, that would of course be the best. But yeah, take really, really good care of yourself throughout this period of time. I thank you so much for watching this video. That was the message from the message that you needed to hear right now. And I see you again in another reading very soon. Bye for now.